He's been sleeping. I knew he was just about awake when his whiskers were twitching and his little feet were twitching. He's been pretty good today. I made an appointment for him to be neutered on the 29th. Is that what? Oh, where's the calendar? Oh, it's upside down. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. He doesn't know it yet. Brian said that he'd sprayed the door, but I didn't see anything or smell anything. I think they just want me to do something. He'd been chewing at his collar. It was fitting a little loose, so I took it off. Yeah, it's cleaning everywhere. I took off the collar and I trimmed it up a bit. Trimmed all the parts off that he had chewed. Took a flame. It's a kind of nylon. You take a flame to it to make it stop rattling. And he watched me make lentil soup and chili. He wanted, he always wants some of what I've got. I gave him some cream cheese because I was having a bagel with cream cheese. But the cream cheese has dill and a little bit of onion, but dill, and he didn't want it. Got a big tongue. He has a huge tongue for a cat. Yeah. The baby's been, when they went someplace today and then they went for a walk. But when the baby's over there, he's hollering and screaming and crying all day. I don't know what the heck's wrong. Unless his tooth's bothering him, but you can get around that by rubbing it with your finger. And I know maybe to them that sounds gross, but, or, making him use a teether. I have sore spot. I wasn't feeling quite right this morning, so I stayed in bed for a couple extra hours. Then I got up. I have a sink full of dishes still, and added to it because I made a big pot of lentil soup, of which I had some for supper, and there's one more helping. And then I made a big pot of chili, put it with macaroni, so it's chili mac. So I have 3 big helpings of that. I'm going to label them and put them in the fridge. So the next 4 days will be covered for dinner. I might make something other than chili for in between one of those days. My head still hurts. It was hurting up here today, and it was still hurting in here. And I felt with my tongue, and there's a broken piece back in there. I don't know what's going to happen Tuesday when I go to the dentist. It was supposed to be this side, but who knows. Anyway, when I went, last night sometime before I woke up, I actually had a sex dream. Yay, sex dreams. And it was nice. I want more of that. Definitely. I'll have some of what she's having. Yeah. The only bad part was, the partner was my ex. But he didn't act like my ex at all. So I had a really good time. Yeah. If only I could dial in my dreams like whatever I want to dream. Wouldn't that be nice? Where you could dial in your life. Well, in a way you can, but anyway. So I have the soup and the chili, and I'm working on that little hot plate thing. Had an instruction manual with it, but the printing was so small, and I don't know exactly what the keys mean on it. So I made a larger version and wrote down what it is, what the temperature is with this particular button or that button, and how long, if it has a timer, how long that is, blah blah blah. So I cut and paste the information. I'm going to cover it with packing tape, my way of laminating. Cut it down to a smaller size and tack it up inside the cupboard. So when I go to cook, I just open the cupboard and say, which temperature do I want? And I know exactly right until I really learn it. It's a nice little hot plate. It works pretty good. It doesn't overload the circuit, which is good. And it has a little fan in it, which is a little kind of noisy. And also, when you turn it off and it's still hot, the fan runs until it cools down, which is okay, because then it's a cool surface. But then I put that little cover on there so that Yehudi doesn't accidentally walk across it and turn it on. He's been walking across the keyboard. I left the cover off the keyboard and played a little bit, but since I played a little bit of it, he doesn't want to walk across it very much. Maybe that's my way of practicing, I suppose, to keep the cat off. Oh, itchy, itchy, itch. Painy, painy, pain. Yeah. What's in store this week? Tomorrow I watch Spencer again. Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning, I go to the dentist. God knows what's going to happen. Of course, I say that out every time. Wednesday is supposed to be nice and warm day. Maybe I'll do laundry and, I don't know, have all the windows open. Maybe wash the carpets or something. That'll really freak the cat out. Brian says that the cat seemed to spray on the door. He goes, "Did you get him neutered yet? You need to do that." It's like, I didn't see or smell any spray at or around the door. I know what it smells and looks like, and I don't see it, I don't smell it. But I did make an appointment on the 29th, which is a week from this Tuesday. At 8:30 in the morning, I'll drop him off. It's nearby, it's 6 miles from the house here. It's the closest place. It's a little more expensive, but they're open 7 days a week, where the other places are not. So it's paying for their staff and hours and stuff. So if it's a good place, I've read some reviews about the place and said that it's an excellent place for your animals. The vets are wonderful, but the staff up front, meh. I didn't have any problem when I talked to the girl on the phone. Maybe it's how they're treated by the customer. I don't know. You know, if you go in with a chip on your shoulder or an attitude or something, the person receiving you is not going to feel real good about it. They have to deal with crap all the time, you know. I know. Yeah. Blue. I have to finish. I finished the story of my second book. I have to draw it all down and store it away on a file and all that crap. I haven't done that yet. I still have to type my 2 letters up, one to Pampers, saying I think their product's absolutely fabulous. Much better than Huggies. Sorry, Huggies, but Pampers contains every bit of poop and every bit of pee and every bit of everything. You don't have to worry about ruining your pants with the kid on your lap or anything. Come a long way since cloth diapers, diaper pins, and plastic panties over that. That's what we had when I was a kid. And then to my favorite comedian ever, Carol Burnett. I've been wanting to write her for a long, long time, and I just feel the need that now's the time to write to her and tell her how much I was influenced by her and still am, and how much I love her work. And, you know, I hope it would brighten her day to hear something like that. Because right now, I mean, you know how things are. People are getting older. They're not doing so many things, maybe. Theaters have recently opened in the few months and all that. Not too much out here. They're still really, really cautious. But that's good. To err on the side of caution. What is it, 3 weeks? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 weeks until Scott, Marley, and Felix are here. I got a box. I'm going to put all their neat stuff in there for them so that I can place it or give it to Brian to place on the bed when they come in, and they can open it up. And I bought some house numbers. Oh, Scott and Marley put an offer on a house up in Canada. Saskatoon. It's real expensive. Jeez Louise. The house is 110 years old. It's like a story and a half, kind of. It's got a living room about the size of my living room. A bedroom this size, that is the master bedroom, and a bedroom about half this size, which would be Felix's bedroom. A bathroom, nice bathroom. A decent kitchen. A little room in the back, I guess, is for the washing machine. I don't know. Halfway's decent little yard, and one garage, and then a parking space. And the upstairs, Scott said that people like us, meaning tall people, really can't hang out up there because it's a half story. Like it's maybe 7 foot tall, maybe. And Scott's 6'6". And it slopes, it slants. It's like an attic room. I don't know if they count that as another bedroom or what they count it as, but it's a nice looking little house. It's all crammed in between all these other houses. It's a working class neighborhood. I'll show you. It's a tiny little house. They have tiny little numbers on one of the posts on the porch. We talked briefly about it. We texted back and forth. And the door is not, this is for an OCD person like myself, the door is not centered. On the right window would be the living room, and that would be the bedroom. So the door is kind of on the right, and on the left there's like a mailbox. What they need to do is move the light over to the left side of the door and put the new house numbers that I'm getting for them up there. That is not their house number, but it's going to be like this. They only have a 3-digit house number. And I was looking and looking and looking, and it's fairly large. The numbers are really large. He says, being an old pizza delivery guy, he want to make sure people will know what house number it is. Anyway, this is made by indigenous people here in this country, American Indians. It's made in their, it benefits their nation, so that's why I bought it. Up in Canada, Marley works for, I don't know if it's a for-profit, non-for-profit, I'm not sure what it is, but it's works with indigenous people of the First Nations, as they are called up in Canada. So I know that they have a strong ethic code to help Native Americans and indigenous people, whatever you want. I don't really know what the latest is, but I thought that might be good. You know, it might be a good thing. I don't know. Scott said they were going to have to get new house numbers anyway. This way they won't have to, because I will have them for them. So I get my little typing fingers ready and try to organize stuff, get it all ready, and maybe do dishes and go to bed. So yeah, Monday, what will happen tomorrow, don't know, except babysitting the baby. Who knows, maybe he'll learn how to tap dance. Upward and onward.